Okay, well, if you watched the last video of me doing the O2 sensor, I was having a very hard time threading the O2 sensor into the bung. Well, there was a shield that was in the way. I took off the shield, then there was no problem threading that thing in. Then I took some mechanical fingers and grabbed the other end of the wire and brought it up all the way up through the firewall and up in here and plugged it into where it's supposed to be. So that's the finishing process to that sensor. What made it hard was the fact that it had a shield on it, a little washer, like a washer-like shield that wouldn't let it get around there in the right area to line up the threads. Plus, that shield was affecting how it lined up. And here's the old sensor over here, wherever I put it. I think I got mad and threw the other sensor. Oh, I put it in the other car. Anyway, the other sensor, I showed it to you. It was yellow, had a little shield on it, but the shield was much smaller than the replacement sensor. So, in order to smooth it in and get it to screw in right, I removed the little heat shield, because what do I need it for anyway? You know? It's not protecting the wire. All it was doing was going down here. So I really didn't need that little shield, because the sensor's all the way screwed in now. And there we go. That's all she wrote on the sensor. And if you can get it in without removing that shield, good to go, you know. But for some reason, the thread would not start with that little shield ring on it. So I cut the shield ring off, and it threaded right in and torqued. And then I used some mechanical fingers to lift it up through that really tight channel there between the frame and the engine, around the brake, ABS master, and then right into the connector there. So as long as you can thread in the O2 sensor into its bung, then the O2 sensor is a very easy installation. I was having a hard time because that ring was just big enough to avoid lining up the threads when I was trying to thread it in. So, note to everybody out there, when you go to install and thread in the sensor to the bung, if you got a shield on there, either cut the shield off or see if yours will thread in with the shield. If not, remove the shield and it'll thread right in. Because sometimes you get aftermarket companies making these O2 sensors that provide a much larger shield than even the factory one. I thought the factory one was not that great of a size either, because it was touching the edges and making it hard to line up the sensor to thread back in. So that's the problem, and that's the solution. So hopefully you learned something about these Subaru XTs. When I'm done with this Subaru XT, I'm never going to work on another Subaru again. This Subaru burned me out. I will never touch another Subaru again. I'm done. But at least I got everything done on it that I needed to do. The last thing I need to do to finish the Subaru is to do a final bleed on the brand new brakes I installed on it. I put these nice cross-drilled and slotted rotors on, and nice new calipers, new pads. Just got to do a final bleed on it and then do a test drive and see how everything goes. So far on this Subaru, I've installed a new MAF sensor. Way down there, you can't see it, but I installed new spark plugs and new coils. You might be able to see them way down there. Yeah. You might be able to see the spark plug and the coils way down there, but it's hard to see because there's so much crap in the way. So I did spark plugs, coils, mass airflow sensor, O2 sensor, new front brake pads, new front brake rotors, new front brake calipers, and rear rotors, and new pads. So that's everything I've done to the Subaru so far. And oh, what a pain in my butt. Yeah. Next time I'll tell my friends to take it to the shop, because I hate working on this car. I really do. I don't like working on Subarus at all. Has been a very crappy experience. But anyway, it's done. So, alrighty. I hope everybody enjoyed this short follow-up video to the Subaru XT. This is the last thing I needed to do to it. And, yep, I'm just going to put some gas in it, take it for a test drive, put the code reader on it, and see if I'm getting any more codes. Because there was quite a few check engine codes. And I believe I got everything done. Because before it had a misfire, and it was running on three cylinders, and it was running like crap. And then I put the new coils, new plugs in, and it continued to run like crap, and found out it was a mass airflow sensor. And they had told me they had some other codes related to the O2 sensor, the primary upstream O2 sensor, so I changed that too, and I'm done with this car. I'm done with this car. So everybody have a nice day and mad boosting.